What am I doing here? What are you doing here? Honestly, what are we all doing here? Are we just here for something small? Is it just about wanting to launch your book or to learn how to speak? Or is there something more? Understanding that life can be something bigger than yourself, that it can have a purpose that's greater than yourself, is part of what can actually inspire you to do more and to do better. People often ask me, how on earth did you get into politics? Why on earth would you get into politics? Why is it that so many try to get into politics and only a few ever get there? I can't tell you all those answers, but I can tell you this. I can tell you why I got here. You see, for me, I have a greater sense of purpose. I made a decision a long, long time ago when I was a little girl that I simply wanted to make a difference. I wanted to give back. I wanted to do something with my life that was somehow going to contribute something meaningful, something with purpose, making a decision that would somehow help somebody else's life. I believe that every single person has that potential within them. I really do. Now, when I was coming here, I was thinking about, I come from all sorts of functions and events, and I was thinking about what can I give you that would make a difference? And as I'm driving, I'm looking at my hands and I'm thinking, well, how did I get here? And part of it, looking at hands stand for H. H is hard work. Hard work. Nothing should come to anyone without hard work. There are people that get gifted things. I wasn't one of them. There are people that get where they're going to go because somebody airdrops them into that position, or they pick them for something and they get selected and they somehow get an easy pathway in. Well, I wasn't one of them. And in the case of many of you, neither are you. Hard work. It does pay off, and let me tell you that if you get somewhere through your hard work, you've earned it. You've earned your right to be there, and you know you have. And then it doesn't matter what anybody else does or what anyone else says, because you know that you put in the hard yards to get there, and this is through hard work. The second thing is, when you look at your hands, you have a right and a left hand. If we take that R, again, in politics and in life, need to learn to be resilient. Resilience is everything. It certainly is in politics, because there's always somebody trying to get your spot. There's always someone that wants to take you down. Let me tell you, I have that many stories I could share with you, but they're all ugly and they're not going to inspire anyone about human nature. Resilience is key. If you're going to survive and survive well, if you're going to do something extraordinary with your life, resilience is something we all have to find. And I think back to some of the things that my parents taught me. I had great parents. My dad just passed away last year and I miss him so much. But I want to share a little bit of wisdom that my dad taught me. When I was in a situation where someone did something really terrible and I wanted to vent, and my dad was my greatest sounding board and my greatest friend, especially in his last stages of life. I loved going to talk to my dad. And he said to me, Anne-Marie, step back for a minute and think about it. I said, what is there to think about? This person did this and this one's this and that. And he said, no. What does it tell you about them? What does it tell you about that other person that did that to you? What does it tell you about that other person that has said that or made that happen? When you get disappointed in people, don't turn around and put the guns on yourself. Ask yourself this: what does it tell you about that other person? And it will help you to build resilience. Sometimes people are going to let you down. You know, I have a great belief in faith, hope and love. I really do. It's what has helped me to do lots of things in my life. Tremendous faith in all sorts of things, and often in the beginning in all sorts of people, until they let you down. And people do let you down. And then you have to decide, am I going to have faith in them again? Am I going to have faith in them again? I've had 4 children, and all through midline Caesars, I had to have faith in my doctor. That when I went under, because I had so many complications, that he was going to do everything in his skills and ability to make sure that I lived through that operation, because I was putting my life at risk, and I was putting the baby's life at risk because of all the complications. And I had to have faith that he would do the best he could do. And I ended up having 4 children, and in between 2 I had a partial hysterectomy as well. And yet I went on to have 2 more. They call it a myomectomy. I had 2 more after that. It's pretty crazy stuff, because in a midline Caesar, you can't actually afford to, I think there's some nurses in the room, you can't actually afford to go into labour. And so all I can say is I had to have faith in my doctor. And there are times you have to have faith in people. And they are going to sometimes let you down, but boy, I was really blessed with my doctor. The second thing is hope. It's to know about hope and to actually believe in it. And I do, and I always have. I've always had hope that somehow we can change things. Somehow we are going to find some way, and you have a story that needs to get out there, and you need to keep that hope. That somehow it is going to get out there, and you're going to learn how to promote it, and it's going to make a difference. And we come back to the left hand. So we've got hard work, resilience, and now the last one is love. There's nothing greater. There's nothing more inspirational. There's nothing that can move us more than love. You think about those moments when you have loved someone, or someone has genuinely loved you. Or you think about something that you absolutely love, and I'm going to assume that the stories that you have to tell are part of who you are, and there is a labour of love in that story, and in that desire to share it. If love is your inspiration, no matter what happens, no matter where you go, no matter the circumstances you find yourself in, love really can conquer everything. You will overcome it. Like I said, I'm a mother of 4 children. I've got that mother hen or that lioness spirit that I will protect my babies, and my babies aren't always just my children. It's the community I represent. I will fight for it. And I don't care what people say, because they deserve to have a voice, and they deserve to have a member of Parliament who will stick up for them. That's how I see my role. What are you here for? What's your purpose? I hope that whatever it is, that you do it with love. Thank you.